to the Mission Dorothy podcast with your hostess, Tamekis Williams. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Mission Dorothy podcast. I know it has been a very, very long time. And I just want to say from the bottom of my heart that I am so sorry. I have not been able to get back to the podcast. I think that COVID definitely threw me off. You know, all of our lives changed drastically so fast. And I just never had the time to get back to the podcast because when COVID hit, my practice, things did not change. I didn't get the break that everybody else had when it come to just kind of chilling out and, being able to spend time with family and, those types of things, being that I am in the mental health field and being that we were going through a pandemic, everybody needed our assistance. And so we were part of the first responder team and still is a part of the first responder team. We've been able to help people not step off the edge, so to speak, right? We've been able to help people find balance and learn how to create joy, because if we think about it, COVID definitely stole our joy. And what I mean by that is that, before COVID, people would just call you out the blue and say, hey, let's go to the movies. Let's go out to eat. Let's go do this and let's go do that. And, all of that stopped, right? And so we have had to be very intentional about creating joy in our life. And so for us therapists, we have been very, very busy. The phones have been ringing off the hook. And honestly, I am just so proud of everybody. I'm so proud of everybody who was able to even make the decision to pick up the phone and try to, find a therapist and, make that first step. So if you are one of them, I just want to say congratulations. And I hope that your therapist was able to walk with you through this journey when it comes to COVID and all of the isolation and hurt and pain that it brought with it. But COVID was not all bad. I lost 25 pounds. Hey, due to the COVID diet. And what I mean by the COVID diet is just that I stopped going out and eating out from, I'll say, March of 2020 until like almost August or September of 2020. So I was cooking at home and, just not going out eating fast food. I was able to drop the pounds. But I hope that you guys are doing fantastic. And if you are not, I hope and pray that it's just around the corner for you. So I wanted to come on today, not only to return to podcasting, but I wanted to talk to you guys today about taking one of your first steps when it comes to living authentically, right? When we think about living authentically, that is the life that does not seek validation. That is the life that is pretty secure in who he or she is. And that is the life where you're clear about what you stand for, right? That there is no need to cover up or put on a mask for anybody, right? Living the authentic life is all about not caring about what other people may say or think about you and, understanding what is really important today in the world. And so I wanted to come on to give you guys something to think about, as well as a quick assignment that you guys can do to kind of start, as a starter when it comes to working to live authentically. And so I was just kind of sitting here in the office, and I kept thinking about, okay, let me do some paperwork, this, and that. And for some reason, I kept thinking about, nope, let's do a podcast episode. Let's do a podcast episode. So I grabbed my microphone, and here we are. And so I was thinking about, a lot of the areas where we seem to get stuck in life. And I kind of feel like the reason why we're stuck is because we're not clear about our beliefs within those areas, right? So we're kind of it's almost like not knowing how to swim, but you're kind of doggy pedaling your way through it, right? In order to survive. And I wanted you guys to really think about a couple of things. And that is, what do you believe in? Right? What do you value? It's important for us as we move along this journey of living authentically to understand what it is that we believe. And the more we are clear about our beliefs, then the less time we will spend being stuck in different areas, right? At the end of the day, what I want you to think about is the beliefs and values that you were raised with. As an adult, have you taken the time to think about what you believe in at this stage in your life? Not what you were told, not what you were taught, but literally took the time out to think about, what do I believe in? What do I stand on? What are my values, right? Like, what are those core beliefs that sustain me and, help me to be who I am? And oftentimes when we look at ourselves in the mirror and we may see things that we don't like, we need to go back and do a core belief check. Because when your core beliefs are in check, then you will be, personifying those beliefs in your actions, in the way you move, in the way you treat people, in the way that you treat yourself. So I want you guys to get out a piece of paper, and I am going to list some different areas, and I want you to take the time out to think about, what do you believe when it comes to each one of these areas? This is a really important exercise. It can be a real eye-opener for you as well. And as you do this exercise, I want you to have more than one sheet of paper. Actually, I want you to have 16 sheets of paper, because I'm going to give you 16 different areas of your life that you need to assess, to think about, what are my beliefs when it comes to each one of these areas. And these, your beliefs are internal. These are subconscious rules that you live by, right? And so it's important for you to have clarity as you move along this journey of living authentically. So I'm going to go ahead and state the 16 life areas, and I want you to write them down. I want you to write it at the top of a clean sheet of paper. One life area per sheet. And the reason why I want you to do one sheet per life area is because I want you to write down, as you do your assessment, I want you to write down the beliefs that, do this for me. So on the sheet of paper, I want you to write, like, the first one is myself. And I want you to draw a line down the middle of the sheet. And on one side, I want you to say what I was taught. And on the other side, I want you to write what I have chosen. Right? So on one side, what was I taught about myself as a child, as a young teenager? And then on the other side, I want you to write out, what have I chosen when it comes to me? What are the beliefs? What are the thoughts? What are the values that I have chosen when it comes to being me and how I move and how I flow in spaces, right? And what I want you to do is, once you have clarity on the side of what I have chosen, in that list, there may be some things, some negative things, or there may be some beliefs in there that need to be changed, that need to be updated, or there may be some that you need to add. But ultimately, when you complete your list per life area, I want you to make sure that you create a list of what you want to, how do I say it? The goal here is that you're assessing, and I want you to be able to have a final list that you're happy with, right? So on the left-hand side, you're going to have what I was taught. On the right-hand side, you're going to have what I have chosen. Good or bad, I want you to write it all down, right? And the negative or the bad beliefs that you have, I want you to work toward changing those so that you can have a third list of your final beliefs about yourself. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So I'm going to say it one more time. I want you to take out 16 sheets of paper. At the top of each page, I want you to write out one of the life areas that I'm going to call out in just a minute. I want you to draw a line down the middle of the sheet. I want you to write the life area at the top of the sheet. On the left-hand side, I want you to write what I was taught. And on the right-hand side, I want you to write what I have chosen. What I have taught is what you were taught by life, by society, and by your parents or whoever raised you. On the right side, I want you to write down what I chose. I want you to write down the beliefs, beliefs and the values that you have chosen or have been living by or want to live by. And those that you may have chosen that were negative, they may not be working well for you. I want you to work at changing those so that your final list, this is the rough draft, so that your final list will be a list of beliefs and values that you actually stand on, live by, and exude in your personality, in the way you treat others, in the way you treat yourself, in the way that you carry yourself. Okay? I hope that helps. So here are the 16 life areas. Number 1, myself. Number 2, men. Number 3, women. Number 4, relationships. Number 5, commitment. Number 6, marriage. Number 7, family. Number 8, children. Number 9, work. Number 10, money. Number 11, prosperity. Number 13, I'm sorry, I skipped 12. Number 12, investments. Number 13, health. Number 14, aging. Number 15, religious or spiritual beliefs, or religious or spiritual. And number 16, death. And number 17, I'm sorry, I'm adding an extra one, sexuality or intimacy. Okay? Or we can make those separate, right? Sexuality, intimacy can be 18. Okay? So you can always replay this so that you can get the list again. I want you to understand how important this exercise is. These beliefs are the internal and subconscious rules you live your life by. You cannot make positive changes in your life until you can recognize the negative beliefs you hold. And that's what I want you to understand about this exercise, is that I want you to be able to, when you finish this list, I want you to maybe get like a red pen and maybe like a green pen. And I want you to highlight all the negative beliefs, because those are the beliefs that you have to get rid of. Those are the beliefs that drives all the negativity that flows out of your life and that flows into your life. Right? Oftentimes we don't really take stock of these things until somebody tell us about ourselves. But this is your opportunity to do it yourself. Call yourself out, right? Call yourself out and be real and honest with yourself about this exercise, because this exercise can literally make a huge change in your life. And when you complete all of these exercises, all of these life domains, so to speak, I want you to read it out loud. And like I said, I want you to use a red pen for those beliefs that are not supportive. And I want you to use a green pen for those beliefs that are supportive. Honestly, use whatever colors you want, but you kind of get the gist of it, right? All right. Remember that those that you mark with the red pen are negative beliefs that you have been holding. And these are the beliefs that have been holding your life back. These are the beliefs that you want to unlearn, and by erasing them. And if you find that there are some areas, other life domains that I did not call out in that list of 17 or 18, please feel free to add more. If you're one of my clients, when I like for you guys to go above and beyond with your homework assignments, right? Because that lets me know that you're interested, that it's an assignment that you feel will really help your life, and that you really want to be able to create change. Okay? So I hope that this exercise is as transformative for you as it really can be, right? We have to be willing to look ourselves in the mirror and be honest with ourselves. And let me say this too, because I know a lot of times we don't want to go against our parents, as if, let's say if you come across a negative belief that you were taught by your parents or you no longer believe in, at the end of the day, remember that your parents were doing the best that they could. And, but at this stage in your life, you do have the right to let go of some of that and create your own core beliefs about your life, right? You don't have to carry everything that you got from your parents. There is a time when we should be assessing to see what changes we do need to make, right? So you keep those things that work and you get rid of the things that don't. Okay? So I hope that this exercise is a game changer for you guys. It may take you through some emotional distress, but if it does, take a pause, step away, pray, meditate, talk with someone about it, but please complete it, because it would definitely help you kind of step outside of yourself to see yourself and how you've been moving, and where some of these negative thoughts and beliefs have caused some, possible trauma or just negativity in your life, right? So be brave, because I know that you are. Utilize that courage within. Sit down, get your favorite beverage, preferably non-alcoholic, because I need your whole mind here. And I just want you to really be real with yourself in this activity so that you can clear out your subconscious storage of all the negative core beliefs that you may have been carrying your entire life that has been actually working against you. Please hit me up in the comments, on my Instagram at Mission Dorothy, and let me know how this exercise worked for you guys. Okay? So until my next episode, stay safe, show yourself some love, show someone else some love, and at the end and the beginning of the day, just be you. Authentically you. It's been great talking to you guys again. It feels so good to be back. And I hope and pray that this episode creates the butterfly effect in your life. Share it with someone. Sit down with your girlfriends. You can sit down with, if you have like an older teenager or a young adult child, with your sibling, with mom or someone, and sit down and do this exercise with, somebody you care about, and you guys can support each other throughout the process. Okay? Have a great one. Bye.